Hello and welcome back. If you're new, hello, welcome, feel free to subscribe. So today we're talking all about cheap ways to have fun, basically. I don't know about you, but January can sometimes feel incredibly long and it's just a wee bit painful to make your money last that bit longer, especially after Christmas and New Year's, and in my case birthdays as well. It was my husband's birthday just a few days ago. So it can be a wee bit painful of itself, but there are definitely ways you can have fun without spending either any money or very, very little money. So I thought I'd share these ways. They're going to be pretty obvious, but sometimes we just need a wee reminder to get ourselves going again. The first one is get your friends over for a games night. Now I don't know about you, but we always have like a deck of cards, or we have a board game. Like we even have some alien version of Guess Who kicking about the place. And we have things like Cards Against Humanity and loads of different types of card games. So get your friends over, get a tournament set up. You can get a really big bag of popcorn or popcorn kernels for next to nothing, and you will get lots of popcorn out of that. You'll be fine. So you can do that, and you don't have to drink, surprisingly. You can have a really nice cup of tea, or you can have some dilute, or you can have a fizzy drink, whatever. You don't have to spend a fortune on alcohol. And if you set some sort of tournament up, get a wee competition going for the chuckles, it actually can become really good fun. So it's a really nice way to spend some time with friends. And if you happen to have alcohol left over from New Year's or parties or whatever, have yourself a wee cocktail with it. Mix it up. Maybe other people have different drinks they can do, and you can all bring them in and you can have a night of it. Make up some interesting cocktails. But yeah, have a games night. It's really good fun. So that's the first one. The second one is to get outside and go for a walk. Now this is obviously much more easy during the day, and again, even easier if it's not pouring with rain. However, maybe it is the Irish in me. I've had friends say that. Typical Irish, you enjoy a good walk in the rain. But I don't mind it as long as I've got a coat, you know, a decent enough coat that is going to keep the rain out of my eyes. And of course, as long as it's not tipping down, like proper heaving rain. It's still really nice to get outside, and if you get a few of you together, you can go and have a mini adventure. Go and Google different places to walk. There are so many treks out there. You just have to look them up. You just have to get online and have a look. And if you get a few of you together, you can make it really good fun. You can bring a picnic or a big flask of tea. I recommend a flask of tea just to warm yourself up halfway around. And you can just enjoy it and chill out with your friends, and you get to talk without any kind of, you know, digital things like the TV or the internet or anything like that. Get outside, have the chuckles, go for a big walk. When you get home, have an enormous cup of tea or hot beverage of choice like hot chocolate, etc. And it'll be really nice. It'll be a nice change of pace. So the third thing is reading. More importantly, book swapping. So I don't know about you, but I love to read. I could spend way too long reading books. But my problem is I can't always afford to buy new books. So you can go to things like your library, so you can go and take out books that way, and libraries are generally free, well they are in England, and you can get out new books, etc. And then you can also swap with your friends. Now a lot of my friends read a lot of books too, and we tend to swap a lot. I just got a book in the post actually, and it was the best thing. I can't wait. I actually already know who I'm going to give this book to once I'm done. And it was just the nicest thing ever. It dropped into the post box the other day when I was having a really crummy day. And I looked down and I was like, oh, this is perfect timing. It's the life-changing art of not giving a shall we say. So it was really good and it was really well timed. But yeah, do a book swap. I have another book swap going on with a friend from home. Well, at the minute I say book swap, she keeps sending me books over and I keep sending them back, and she sends me the next series. But it's just a really nice way to share books. Lots of book swapping. And if you're nervous about not getting your books back, make a list of who you lent books to and tell them to do the same, or at least make a list of who you have books from so that you can give them back, or you can, if they don't want them back, you can hand them on to somebody else. But yeah, book swapping is a really good way of doing it. There's also online, you can look up places where you can, there's like, people will have book swaps in like old phone boxes, or there are some, there's loads of different places like in pubs and stuff. So just look it up online, see if there's anywhere nearby you where you can swap some books. The fourth thing is, do you remember that hobby that you started and that you kind of sort of forgot about, or you know, didn't really attempt particularly well? You got all the things but you couldn't be bothered. Yeah, maybe it's time to reinvestigate that. Now that you actually have the time, why not just sort of go, right, I'm gonna give this a proper whirl, I'm gonna have a play. More often than not, you won't have to buy anything new. You'll be able to actually just spend some time learning a new skill or developing an existing one, or just having a bit of chill out time. If you don't have a new hobby, why not sit and colour in? I could spend way too long colouring in as well. As long as I have a cup of tea on hand, I'm generally pretty good. But yeah, just chill out, find a new hobby. Doesn't have to be anything. If you have a deck of cards, why not figure out how to do a magic trick? That's actually a pretty good one. I might do that myself, because that's always handy at a party. You never know. It's like, people, what's your party piece? And you'd be like, ah, I can do a magic trick with a deck of cards. Learn something new, do something fun, Google it. You can always find tutorials on how to do magic tricks online if you really want to. But more often than not, we've already started some sort of hobby that we would really actually enjoy if we could be bothered to sit and actually dedicate the time. Because learning something new as an adult can be a wee bit off-putting because we expect to get it like that. That does not happen. It's the same as anything. If you would have been learning it as a child, it would have taken you a certain amount of time, and it would have taken you a wee bit longer to get really good at it. Whereas adults, we kind of expect to be good at things as soon as we pick them up. But that's never ever the case, unless you're a genius. But it's not the case. You have to practice anything. So go back and practice that hobby you'd started and you kind of forgot about, or sort of decided that, you know, you weren't good enough at it, so you didn't really do anything more with it. So do that. That is a good way to spend some time. And also you get to use the things that you would have bought for it. Also satisfying moment. The last one is a classic. Have a group dinner. Now this is always a bit but if everybody brings a pot, it has to be something different, and you can set a limit of this is how much you're allowed to spend on ingredients. You only need to spend maybe a £5 and you get a really big dish of food, and if everybody brings a bit, you can swap and do it all that way, and it's a really good way. If you have leftover alcohol, everybody brings a leftover alcohol, you look up recipes for cocktails. Perfect! So yeah, hang out with friends, figure out fun ways of doing stuff. You can get through January, it's gonna be okay, we're almost there. But that's the whole crack. Thanks a million for watching. Please like, please subscribe, please tell all your friends, and I will see you in the next video. Bye!